This is Hank of the Wildflower Bee Farm of a video analysis of April 11th, 2021 with an exciting new discovery. What is this? Look at the behavior of the bees. Look where they're going in primarily. There are little pockets all over that little entrance area. And it looks like they chewed a space for themselves. They chewed the entrance just for the shape of their bodies to fit. Why? Look at they're working hard to go down. It's like they're pushing themselves through like a back scratcher. Huh. Now, what would be the reason that they would prefer this? Look, even when they land at the open entrance, which is so easy just to walk in, they seem to like this one better than the other entrance. Why? Now, if I pick up a mite, can I scratch it off is the question. Genius. Please remember that often bees, when they're out foraging or working flowers, will have picked up a mite, on the research shows, from other bees who may be from other colonies where there's a high mite infestation. Could it be that these bees have discovered a way or created a way for them to be able to scratch off anything that would be on their bodies? Now, I left that little space purposely, but I had no idea. I thought maybe if they would go in, there would be some kind of rubbing that would maybe help with mites, but these bees have taken that idea to a very high level. They chewed out an area, and you watch, they will work until they can basically rub their backs against that spot when they go in. Now, maybe I'm just thinking that. Maybe it's just something that I'm hoping for, but no. Watch the bottom. And take a minute. I'm going to run this for a few minutes. Take a minute and see how often, compared to the top, do bees go into the bottom. Now, I didn't slow this down. This is regular speed, because I believe this is incredible and explains some of the neuroplasticity. Because wouldn't this entrance be easier? Don't you think bees would teach each other that this is the entrance you need to go through? No. They're using the top. Now, it's also true that if there's a high mite load, where a hive is really in trouble, even the worker bees would have mites on them from inside the hive, and we're not seeing that. This is a very healthy hive, and it's early in the spring, and we did treat in the spring for mites using HopGuard, if you remember, made out of hops, the same thing they make beer out of. So if you look at this and you say to yourself, well, what does this mean? And I'm wondering if these bees have created a way to help, in even a small way, protect them from varroa mites. Don't know. Have no idea if it's true, but why else would they do it? And I want you to think about this. What would be the advantage for the bees to go through all that work for chewing areas where they can go in and out, but they rub against those areas, and that you can see the way they chewed it, it's equal to almost their body size. And it's not like they are using a bit more space perhaps in the downtown opening, the downstairs opening. But I want you to, oh, what is that? What is that thing that's crawling along? That's another inquiry I want you. It looks like a little beetle. Is it lost? Or does it usually live around hives? Now, the bees don't seem to care. And it just keeps walking along and eventually walks out of the picture. But is that a beetle is that a hive beetle? Should it be there? What's it doing there? And if it is a hive beetle, why didn't the bees take it on? So this is the video for the week. Have we discovered a way that the bees have created a technique to help them fight varroa mites? I don't know. But I can tell you, we're going to do a couple things. I'm thinking of a way to take this hive and perhaps split it, or taking the top box and doing a no-look split, and putting a screwing with a wood screw, an entranceway, the same sort of distance as this one, to see if the new hive bees, if they survive, will also use this technique to help them fight mites. Now, if you have any experience with this type of behavior, please let me know. As you know, my training and my background as a psychologist forces me to look at this behavior and say, What would cause this change? Did they teach each other? And who would decide to start chewing the entranceway when you have a perfectly acceptable, now the entranceway beneath it, I should tell you, is completely in keeping with what they like in nature as far as size. It might be a little bit big, even though it, obviously it's much smaller than leaving the entire area open. And you can see a number of bees are coming out but not going in. And that's just, to me, quite a fascinating look at an intervention or a possible adaptation that bees have made to fighting the varroa mite. So did we just discover a world first of how bees can adapt to what's in front of them? If you are a bee helper or a beekeeper, try this out. Take an entrance excluder, move it a little bit back from the entrance so that you have a bit of a space for the bees, about the size of a bee's body, so they can squeeze in, and then screw it or nail it down and see over a period of time if your bees also chew out this spot. Let me know, please. I'm Hank from the Wildflower Bee Farm. What an exciting discovery.